Hello friends, I'm Alexis and welcome to my second WINTERWEEN vlog. So if you're coming right from my last vlog, then here we are. We are getting coffee this morning as promised. If you didn't watch that one first, I'll wait. You can go watch it. But yeah, we are at the coffee shop. I am bringing The Gathering by C.J. Tudor to continue reading. I'm still really liking it. I only read about 15 more pages since we last spoke last night. And yeah, I'm super excited to keep going on it. But we're gonna go inside now and get some coffee and breakfast. Friends, it has been an entire day and we have not talked. I spent way longer than I meant to editing. I thought I did really good because I did spend time editing the first day of WINTERWEEN yesterday. So I really just had the second day of WINTERWEEN to edit today, but it took me like all day. So that's what I've been doing since we got home from coffee. So let's rewind back to the last time we spoke. The coffee date was very nice. I did not read a lot because we just really talked for like 2 hours straight. Just a lot of things to catch up on. It has been going on 11, yikes, years since I graduated high school. So yeah, it was really nice though. She's also a reader, so we talked a lot about books and we have plans to get coffee again next Sunday. So super exciting. As for The Gathering, still loving this. I only read about 50 pages, so I'd like to read another 50 tonight when I get into bed, but I'm pretty tired, so we'll see how that goes. Nothing else super exciting has happened. I did notice there were some weird comments about Barbara's diet and how she eats like a lot of junk food and stuff, and like I don't know how to take that. It felt a little fat phobic to me. So I'm going to be on the lookout for more comments like that. There haven't been any since, so I'm hoping it was just like, I don't know, a weird sentence and that's not what the author intended. But yeah, it made me feel a little weird. And then, oh, like the last chapter I read, there was an animal death. There was a bat that was killed. It wasn't too bad, but it was still uncomfy to read. So if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, you know, when they start talking about that animal, skip forward a little bit. But I was thinking, because we're on day 3 now and I really didn't make good progress reading today, I would throw in a little graphic novel. So technically this doesn't fit any of the prompts. I guess if I really wanted to stretch the rules, I could say the castle is a house, but I also already completed my book for that prompt. So either way, this doesn't count for me. But I just really want to read this one. This is When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. I don't even know what it's about. I'm just assuming it's lesbian vampires, so I'm in. There's just kind of author blurbs on the back. This one says Alice in Wonderland meets Dracula, bloody, sensual, and bewitching. So we're gonna see, and it's very short, so I'm thinking, even though I'm very tired, I can knock it out before I go to sleep, and I'll give you my thoughts and update you one more time tonight. So I'm gonna go read now. Blue is loudly playing with her toy. She's sick of me talking, so that's my cue to go. Talk to you in a minute. get me wrong. Artwork, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. I was wrong. That's not a vampire on the top. That's like a cat woman creature. The bottom one was a vampire. But I don't know what I just read. I'm so confused. How even, there's no page numbers. This couldn't have been more than like 50 pages. I don't know what that was. I feel like I'm gonna have to look up what this meant. I don't know if it's like based on a fairy tale that I've never heard of. I mean, it was cool, but I don't get it. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go get into bed now and try to read a little bit more of The Gathering. So I'm gonna say goodnight for now, but I will talk to you in the morning. Tomorrow is Monday, so I do have to work again. I do have the audiobook for The Gathering, so I don't know if I'll switch to the audiobook while I'm working tomorrow or if I'll listen to something else. I don't know what else I have the audiobook for, so all things we will figure out and talk about tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful Winterween so far, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Happy day 4 of Winterween. I have actually just finished work for the day. It was just, it was a busy day. I didn't have too much to update you on. I did continue listening to The Gathering on audio. I just noticed, is that Onyx? Onyx. I'm sorry, Kit. He looks like Onyx. Kit Kat, listening in. So yeah, I did continue listening to this while working today. I went from, I think I was at like 40%. Now I'm 72% of the way through on chapter 44. And like things are happening, but I can't really talk to you about it because it's a spoiler. It's fun. It's exactly what I wanted from this. I do wish there were a little bit more vampire stuff. We very much are sticking with the humans in this story as they're like just talking about the vampires, investigating things going on. I just think it would have been cooler if we just were learning more about the vampires. And we are getting chapters from the vampire leader's point of view, but like, she's just more talking about the colony, and yeah, we're just not getting like the history of the vampires. And like, I don't know, I love these vampires so much. I just want to know everything about them. I want to read like a book about the vampires themselves. So that could be a me thing. But yeah, it's still really good so far, and I'm looking forward to continue to listen to it now and try to finish it tonight. Like, I feel like it's time. But right now, I actually have to run to that tattoo appointment I was telling you about in the last video. So as a recap, if you missed it, I got a tattoo on Saturday. I was supposed to get 2. My artist was late because of the snow, so she had time in her schedule for me to come in today for the second one. So I'm heading out to get that. It's also Monday, which is grocery day. I'm the most boring person ever. I literally live by schedule. I do the same thing every day. It's really just because like a week is the maximum we could go before we run out of food. So yeah, I will be going to the grocery store after my tattoo. I had to close the door because Blue keeps coming here and scratching the back of Dan's gaming chair, and I can't deal with that. Anyways, what I was talking about Dan, he actually caught what I had, and he is not feeling good, so I'm gonna let him stay home and I'm gonna do all the errands today. Yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to this while I run around, and I guess I'll see you when I get home. Quite a bit later now, as you might be able to tell by how exhausted I look. It has been a long day. So as a little recap, I went to my tattoo appointment, and upon starting to drive there, a snowstorm started. And like, I knew we were supposed to be getting snow, but I did not know that it was going to be this bad. We made it there safely. We drove very, very slow. I got my tattoo. It looks super cute, so perfect, exactly what I was hoping for. Then I went grocery shopping. And when I came out, it was snowing even harder somehow. So thankfully that didn't last too long and I was able to head home, and again, just a very slow trip home. I ended up making some broccoli cheddar soup, and then since dinner, I have finished The Gathering by C.J. Tudor. I need to take my bookmark out. So yeah, I listened to a big part of this on audio today, and I don't know what it was. Maybe I just didn't like the narrator's voice, but I was enjoying it more reading it physically. But overall, this was a really solid book. I decided I'm gonna go with a 4.5-star rating. I really wanted it to be a 5-star, but like, it just didn't have the 5-star feel. There was that comment made about the main character's weight I told you about earlier, and then like later on in the part I was listening to today, it happened again, and I don't know, I don't like that. And that's not the whole reason I'm not giving it 5 stars. It just kind of added to that. Really, the ending just, it went a little wild for me. I feel like at the 90% mark, we still had so much to wrap up and reveal. Like, the last 10% of this book almost felt rushed. It felt like everything just fit in a little too perfectly, and I feel like this could have been better had it been a little bit longer, or like, I don't know, because there was more than one reveal, so maybe get rid of a few things. Like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not an author, but like, just something about it wasn't 5 stars, but I'm still so happy with it. It was so good. One thing I do have to mention though, in the second half of the book, it got a lot darker. It started dealing with topics of human trafficking, illegal sale of organs, SA of a child. There was just a lot going on in the second half of this book, and even like the very ending, I don't really know what to think of this. It kind of almost felt like it was left open-ended, like there might be a sequel. I mean, I don't know anything about that. I don't know if it is planned to be a series and like we would follow this vampire detective through different cases. I think that's something I could be interested in, especially being able to learn more about the vampires in this world. I really enjoyed them. Oh, and my one little complaint about earlier there not being enough vampires, vampire content in this did increase as the story went. So that was nice, just getting to know them a little bit more. One thing that did annoy me about this, and like it seems like this is just how it is in this world, is vampires can't recognize other vampires. I feel like that's a really common thing in any other vampire book, movie, TV show I've encountered. Like if somebody's a vampire, they can just sense when somebody else is, whether it's like smell or like supernatural powers, whatever. I don't know if I like that. I feel like that's something that's universally acknowledged, that vampires should be able to recognize other vampires. So yeah, just an interesting thing I noticed about how unique this was. But very excited to have finished our 3rd book of Winterween, and I guess officially our 2nd prompt. I know I could have counted When I Arrived at the Castle as like reading it in the dark, but I already have something else planned for that, so we'll see if I get desperate and have to count it later. We have a guest now, because I'm sure you might have heard her playing with her toy in the background, and we just need to sit here because I literally just need to film the outro. That's all. We're almost done, then you can be loud. So yeah, like I was saying, 3rd book done, 2nd prompt done. We're making great progress in the readathon. And that brings us to now. My plan is first to close out this vlog, but second, I will be starting my next book, which is Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. So if you're interested to know my thoughts about that one, make sure you subscribe and look out for my next Winterween video. I'll be using this one as the prompt to read a book in the dark. So very excited to go get into bed now and turn off all the lights and read this one. But other than that, friends, thank you so much for watching this one. I hope Winterween is going as good for you as it is for me. I hope you read a spooky book today, and I will see you soon in my next Winterween vlog starting tomorrow. Bye!